From time to time, the really, really ugly head of jealousy will rear out its ugly head in your relationship. And at that point, how are you going to deal with it? Perhaps your partner is new in an open relationship, or you're new, or you're both new and inexperienced, and you've never dealt with it. So let me give you some pointers. The first thing you have to consider when dealing with jealousy in an open relationship is truly appreciating what jealousy is. Because if you never appreciate what it is, you can never fix it. So let's start with that. Jealousy, remember this always, it is your ego screaming at you, saying, if I give my beloved the choice, he or she might not choose to return to me. Jealousy is a compound emotion, not a primary emotion. Jealousy, compound emotion of two emotions, which is fear of loss and rage from fearing that fear of loss. And so how do most people handle jealousy? They handle jealousy pretty much just one way: to get rid of their partner's having choice. Now, the wonderful and beautiful thing about being in an open relationship is exactly the opposite. It's giving them choice and ensuring their option to choose, and receiving the gratification for yourself that the only reason they're actually with you is because out of all their options, they're with you. And so there are three aspects of expectation management that you must handle in order to get over this heinous jealousy. The first aspect of expectation management is managing what you expect of yourself. When it does happen where your partner, your beloved, goes out with some guy or some girl or some group of guys or some group of girls, how will you handle it? How will you feel? And then you remind yourself, instead of ridding your partner of choice, you tell yourself, I am so delighted that I am giving my partner choice and I am ensuring their choice. And I know, because they have choice, that when they're with me, it's because they want to. The only reason they will ever be with you in an open relationship when they have choice is because out of all their options, they're with you. You must manage what you expect of yourself. Will you be able to handle it when it does happen? And will you have the confidence and self-estimation to communicate when it does happen? That's a critical bit, and that's why you're watching this video now. The second aspect of expectation management is managing what you expect of other people. What will you expect of your beloved? What do you expect they'll do? What is the experience level that they have? And how will you be able to communicate with them when things do occur? When they do go out with their friends? Will you emotionally blackmail your partner? Will you make them feel bad? Will you make them feel judged? When you do that, how will they be able to comfortably and confidently communicate with you openly? That's just the worst case scenario. The fact that you're in an open relationship and they can't communicate with you openly because when they do, they feel bad about it. And so manage what you expect of them. And the last aspect of expectation management is managing what others can expect of you. And this is incredibly important to talk about. So you want to sit down. This is especially important at the outset of every relationship you have. Never pretend to be monogamous when you're not. Never pretend to be monogamous when you don't plan to be. Always manage their expectation of you and manage what you expect of them through conversation, through communication. And so you sit down with them and you tell her, baby, I love you so much. You are so incredible and amazing. And you turn me on more than anything. And this has to be true. This only works if it's true. If it's not true, none of this works. And you tell your beloved, so we're in an open relationship. And that's such a beautiful thing. And the reason why we're in an open relationship It's because I want you to live the biggest life you can, and I get to live the biggest life I can. And jealousy is this compound emotion of fear of loss and rage from fearing that fear of loss. It's my ego screaming at me, if I gave my beloved the choice, if I gave you the choice, if I gave you the option to choose, you might not choose to return to me. And so I get over that. And I'd like you to consider that you can communicate absolutely anything with me, that when it does happen in the future, that you do go out with your friend or many friends, that you can comfortably and openly and candidly communicate with me. And if you found them yummy, if you found you enjoyed your time with them, tell me all about it. I would love to know. And if they did something awesome and something that you really, really liked, that really turned you on, that really got you off, tell me about it. I'd love to know. So maybe I can do it with you. When you have this candid conversation with your beloved, you will have taken care of the expectation management. And when it does come up, because you've talked about it, because you've done something called future pacing. Future pacing is handling it now, expecting it in the future. So you tell your beloved, this is what's going to happen in the future. And it's inevitable that it will happen. When it does happen, here's how I'll handle it. When it does happen, how will you handle it? Let's talk about that. So you future pace. You talk about that. You manage expectations with your beloved. When you have this communication, and inevitably it will happen, that perhaps it's the time of the month, and then you address it, and you communicate about it, and you talk about it, and you say, remember that conversation we had about jealousy? From time to time, they will, of course, request for a favor that for that time being, you just pay attention to them because perhaps they're not feeling good or not feeling good about themselves, and you oblige because you love them. If this video helped you, click the like button and click the share button. Share with your followers and let me know what you think. How do you handle with jealousy? Have you ever experienced it? Let me know in the comments below. And share this video with other people. Click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you in the next video.